2014 has been a great year in video games. I love gaming, you love gaming, it's a great hobby, but there's something rotten at the heart of it that I feel the need to talk about. It's something that's bothered me for a long time. Some things never change.
It's no huge secret that I like some video games. I do not like others. Whether it's because the game is just, well, shit, or has glaring technical issues, or is simply just not a game that I've ever found really that appealing, I absolutely, like everyone else, have my subjectively oriented preferences when it comes to games. Now, believe me, I wish this was not the case. I wish I could actively enjoy all games, you know? I feel like there's a massive well of content that I'm missing out on, and I'm palpably jealous of people who get that sense of joy out of The Legend of Zelda every time a new game is released. I'd never say that it's a bad game, it's clearly not. It's just one that I've never personally gotten myself invested in. And I'm personally fine with the fact that other people like it. No skin off my ass, right? This unfortunately is not the case with everybody, and there seems to be a large group of people that get actively upset, angry, and even appear to feel betrayed when some perfect stranger on the internet doesn't like a game that they enjoy, or vice versa. Now, in my personal example with The Legend of Zelda, I've been berated, told I don't know what I'm talking about regarding my own opinions, called a casual gamer, fucking hell, and had people say that I need to start playing real games. Apparently none of these, my personal favourites, count as real games, and apparently hard-earned battle honour that exist in finite quantities or something. These rather skewed ideas about other people's preferences and how they apparently affect our own experiences in gaming are the most prevalent on the mighty digital ocean of the internet. There's a phenomenon that occurs when people discuss issues on the web in which an individual will seem to forget that the person on the other end is just one of several billion people they will never ever meet, probably never converse with again, and whose opinions and preferences don't, in any sense, actually matter. This is especially true when it comes to games and entertainment. I mean, of course, if you're having a good conversation about serious issues like war, firearm ownership, child abuse, racism, or other political topics, it's entirely fair enough that you might get a little bit agitated and feel obliged to offer your opinion in the interest of the pursuit of truth. With video games though, when you're arguing with someone tooth and nail and calling them a little 12-y bitch because they thought that Fallout New Vegas was a bit too similar to Fallout 3, but you still really liked it and how dare they, teeny little prick! You come off as a massive thumping schlonghammer and probably need to take a long, thoughtful look at your priorities as a gamer. These types of attacks on gamers occur very often regarding the massively popular, consistently high-selling shooter series Call of Duty. COD is very popular, and because of this people have decided, arbitrarily, that it's crappy. It doesn't make much sense to me. Call of Duty games work solidly, for the most part, have a stimulating single-player campaign, and a tried and tested multiplayer mode. I personally love Call of Duty games myself. Some are better than others, of course, but on the whole, COD is a great series that I've enjoyed very much for many, many years. However, the sheer quantity of hate-infused shit that has been flung at the series and its fans, especially in recent years, is baffling. COD is scoffed at and wrongly identified as a game for little babies. Fans are maliciously labelled COD kids, and people who don't like it would feel much better and more comfortable if COD fans would stop being children and play a real game like Battlefield or Counter-Strike. Christ, if someone likes Call of Duty and you prefer Battlefield, play Battlefield. That's all you need to do. You don't even need to tell them that you prefer Battlefield. You can just close the forum window and play the frickin' game. The rampant, unending hatred towards Call of Duty has devolved to such a point that people end up judging new titles as they're announced before actual gameplay trailers are even released, simply on the authority that they don't like COD. So anyone who likes even the idea of this new one is a little simpleton baby, and if they complain about that assertion, they're a whiny, irritating fanboy. Have a look at this shit. You only have to go as far as comments on YouTube videos to see how bad it all really is. These are all comments from one video of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare's campaign trailer. Heaven forbid it's similar enough to the last game to be considered part of the series. All CODs since MW3 are bad, so why should they buy it? Well, maybe because they liked it. Here's one from the other side. Why all the dislikes? I hope the people who dislike die. Obviously a joke, but man, that's a dark representation of the gaming community these days. Look at this one. Advanced Warfare less than Destiny. Okay, unless it means less bullshit, grinding, and less absence of a solid plot, in which case, well played, sir. No wonder the graphics suck. It was made on Xbox One. The console wars are a different matter for another day, but it's still relevant. This one. COD has I'm surprised that you can want this game that slots from Titanfall. Grotesque spelling and grammatical errors aside, some of these are pretty gross and knee-jerky, considering that no one had played the game and it was months from release. It hadn't even launched yet, it wasn't even an actual finished game. What happened? Advanced Warfare was released to critical acclaim because it is a good product. Of course, it was still labelled a soulless cash grab and a shameless clone of every other Call of Duty game ever by idiots. Grow up! I like COD and you like Battlefield. Well, actually I love them both, but I will admit I prefer Call of Duty. So great, we can both play our respectful favourites, laugh about it, and even still be friends afterwards. Imagine that. For example, to inspire hope that everything is not actually so bad. Nathan, my channel co-founder, along with many of my other friends, love playing the very popular League of Legends. I do not. I just don't get into it. Has this caused massive rifts to form in our friendship, or our ability to work together? No! Have I called him a pathetic, infantile nutsack because he enjoys a game I don't? No! Well, I have called him that frequently, but it's just because we're friends and we take the piss out of each other at any opportunity, and not because Nene likes League of Legends and that's not fair! I love survival horror games, it's probably my favourite genre of them all. I love it. Nath does not. Now, he's told me he doesn't like it, that his personal feelings are that it's not his favourite. Did he call me a fuck-nugget horror-loving little wanker? No! See, it's all about being accepting and nice towards one another, something that most of us learned before we started school, but which a frustratingly high percentage still seem to have trouble with. It's a very unfortunate thing, essentially people actively taking good gaming experiences away from the others in the name of petty differences, because who needs to enjoy games? Now, it's almost 2015, and I'd personally love to see a new trend in which people enjoy playing games and accept without incident that other individuals, yes, even that 38-year-old stranger on the other side of the world that you've never frickin' met, probably doesn't like exactly the same games that you do. I hope to see this, but it probably won't happen. Happy New Year!